So, hello folks, it's Mike Cayley7 again. I'm still on November 28th, 2017. The temperature now is probably in the 50s, maybe the 60s. It's too hot. I gotta open up my vents lest I succumb to heat. Ooh. As I ride along here, I am reminded of a comment made by one of my viewers from the UK. Sorry, I don't remember your name, buddy. I'm lucky I can remember my own name these days. But anyway, I do remember the comment about how many times I used the word awesome as I was riding along. I think he said there were 3 awesomes, maybe 4. And that's pretty funny. And it makes me think of how, like when I listen to Alan Bolter or Harley Man or Skeggy Cruiser, the British moto vloggers, particularly those guys that I notice this with, I'm just never-endingly fascinated by the way they talk. Their accent just sounds so cool. And I wish I had the accent myself. I mean, I can do a crappy imitation of one. But they have the real deal, you know. That's awesome. Oops, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it is though. Their accents are fantastic. Look at this guy. Chucklehead. Oh, new apartments going in here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these new apartments coming in here. Man, building the place up. Turned it into a copy of New Jersey. Everybody's going to be right up on each other too. Next thing you know, they want to make laws about everything. You can't spit on the sidewalk, and you have to pay more taxes for my schools. Oh, well, whatever. It's progress, right? So anyway, yeah, I like that. I like hearing British people motovlog. It just sounds so nifty. Their vocabulary and their pronunciation, I love it. And the Irish too. I love Irish motovloggers too, or just Irish accent in general. I think they sound great. So I imagine when people from those places or other places around the world are listening to my videos and they hear me blabbing on about whatever, they're probably, some of them may be thinking, wow, his accent sounds so cool, he's so authentically American. Whereas others might think, oh God, I'm so disgusted by that guy's accent. Every once in a while I'll slip into my Bostonianisms. And I think it's my brother-in-law, Pierce. He loves to hear me go into my Bostonian accent. Thinks it's the funniest thing ever. So down here in the South, where I live now, the Boston accent is a curiosity for people. They think it's cute, funny. But that's fine. I like that. So when I go to Boston and I do it, nobody bats an eye. You know, so if I walk up to a Dunkin' Donuts lady and say, yeah, give me a cup of medium regular, and give me one of them chocolate crullers, they don't bat an eye. Well, depending on what place you go to. If you're in Weymouth, that's a little bit more posh. Although I love Weymouth, because that's where my family is. Part of my family lives in Weymouth. You go to the Dunkin' Donuts there, and you say that, they look at you a little bit funny, like, okay. Not really, though. But if you're in Lynn, yeah, give me one of them chocolate crullers and a large light 2 sugars. And they don't even blink. Okay, here you go. That'll be $5 next. But I have the accent that I have now is something that I worked on for years and years because that's what I assumed to be acceptable to most in professional whatevers. So that's what I use. I was ashamed of my Boston accent for a long time, because it was working class or whatever. Now, I kind of miss it. I miss it for a bit, and then when I go back to Boston, if I hang out there for too long, it starts to drive me nuts. Because it is just so everywhere. It's ubiquitous when you're up there. You can't escape it. Down here, you have a wide mix of accents from all over, because people come from everywhere around here. But certain parts of Boston, everywhere you go, you get that accent. And everybody's wearing a Red Sox jersey or a Celtics jersey, which is great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But it's just so, what's the word for it? Boston. This is kind of why I left, because I wanted to see other stuff. I love Boston. I love New England, but I want to see other stuff too. Hence my being here.